Alright, let's go over adding and subtracting fraction. I will start with the simplest addition of fraction. If you have a 3 over 7 plus 1 over 7. These are called like fraction because they have the same denominator. And therefore, if the fractions have the same denominator, all we need to do is add the numerator and keep the same denominator. 3 plus 1 is 4 over 7, and we are done. If you want to subtract fractions also with the same denominator, all you have to do is subtract the numerator and keep the same denominator. In this case, 4 over 8 can be reduced to 2 over 4, and 2 over 4 can be reduced to 1/2. And how do we reduce? We divide the top and the denominator by the same number. If you divide 4 by 4, you get 1. 8 by 4, you get 2. So that would be how to reduce a fraction. How to add and subtract having the same denominator. All you have to do is add or subtract the numerator. Now what if you have a fraction with different denominator? Let's take an example. Say you have 3 over 20 plus 2 over 15. Notice that 20 and 15 are different, so those two fractions have different denominator. But 20 is equal to 2 times 2 times 5, and 15 is equal to 3 times 5. Notice that we have a 5 as common factor, and therefore, rather than multiplying 20 times 15, all we have to do is multiply only 1 5, use only 1 5, and therefore it will be 20 times 3, 60. So 60 is called the lowest common denominator. 60 is a multiple of 20 because 60 divided by 20 equals 3. And 60 is a multiple of 15 because 60 divided by 15 is 4. Okay? So that 60 is a common multiple, and therefore we can start new fractions now, but now we have denominator 60. Notice to go from 20 to 60, we multiplied by 3. We must multiply also the numerator by 3, so we don't change the fraction. Notice that to go from 15 to 60, we multiplied by 4. Let's multiply also the top by 4, so we don't change the fraction. And notice now we have the same denominator. Now we can add the numerator, 9 plus 8, 17 over 60, and that would be the final answer. Okay, let's take another example. And let's try this time to subtract two fractions with different denominators. Here are two fractions. 7 over 16 minus 2 over, let's see, 9. Or let's see 9, okay? Now notice that 16 in this case is nothing but 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. 9 is 3 times 3. Therefore, there is no common factor among 16 and 9. And therefore, the lowest common denominator is going to be the product of 16 times 9. So 9 times 6, 54. 4 carry 5. And 9 times 1, 9. And 5, 14. So 9 times 6, 54. 4 carry 5. 9 times 1, 9. And 5, 4, 14. So to go from 16 to 144, we multiplied by 9. Let's multiply the 7 times 9. So we're using the same technique every time. We're multiplying here up and down by 9. What does 9 over 9 equal to? Equals to 1. So nothing will change when you multiply a number by 1. Same here. We want to go from 9 to 144. Let's multiply 9 by 16. So we're going to multiply the top and the bottom by 16. What is 16 over 16? Again, it's 1, so nothing will change. 2 times 16 is 32. Subtract. Now that we have the same denominator, all we have to do is subtract the numerator. 3 minus 2, 1. 6 minus 3, 3. And we save the 144 as the final answer is 31 over 144. Okay, so these are the different methods of subtracting fractions. Either you have to find the lowest common denominator. In this case, there were no common factor, so we have to just multiply the whole thing. Or like in this case, we had 5 here as common factor. We had 5 as common factor. Therefore, we have to use only 5 one time, and then 2 times 2 times 5 times 3 would be 60. Okay? Hope that helped.